Hey guys, it's Carolina here from KarolinasKrafts and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to make this gratitude journal. I'm doing it a fall theme for this tutorial, but I have made plenty of these in a Christmas theme as well. They are just fantastic. You guys can use them as a gratitude journal. You guys could use it as a to-do list. Anytime you would just need like a notebook on the go. You could just do drawings in there if you'd like. You can do wish lists. Maybe what you get in gifts or whatever, if you write that down, or maybe, I don't know, whatever season you're in. So you could do that, or you could use it as for fall an October daily, for December a December daily. And if you don't want to use it as like a daily thing where you add in journaling and photos, you can just do notes of what you do each day until you make your October or December daily or whatever it is. So anytime you would need to use a notebook is basically when you would use this. But let's go over the collection before we get into the tutorial. So I'm using this collection here today. It is called Harvest Market by Simple Stories. I will have these journals available in my Etsy shop in case you guys are interested in purchasing them, including this beautiful one right here with the little pumpkins on the background. So cute. It's fall, y'all. I love it. So I'm trying to use this up because I have a lot of this paper. I have like this whole collection. I think I still have like one or two more. And this is normally not my cup of tea because this is brighter than I normally would use, but it looks really cute in here. So here is what we're going to be making. Looks like this. I decorated a little, show you guys how to do all of that, and everything, tell you guys where we get the notebooks and stuff. But this is what it looks like when you open it up. I have a cut apart in here and just like a journal card, or you could use it as a photo mat. We have our first divider here with this cute little bow paper clip, and I show you guys how to make that paper clip in the tutorial as well. So that's my little first divider. Then you just got like a bunch of pages that you can write on. You've got your second divider here, and here I just made a cute little pocket. We've got a tag that says cozy, and then just like a blank craft tag as well. And those just live in that pocket with these little ribbons peeking out from the top. And then you have more pages that you can write on. And then the third divider, I just have like this paper clip with this little button. This one's a unicorn, like a fall themed unicorn. And we just turned him into a paper clip. It's normally like a little button thing, and we turned it into a paper clip. And then you have more pages back there. And then the back pocket page just has like another large journal area or photo mat. It is slightly larger than the one in the beginning. And I just like to always have those die cut out. I add them to like a bunch of different things, stick them in some pockets here and there, and they just work out really well. So that is what we're going to be making today. So let's get started. So in order to make the journals, you're going to need some half-size composition books. These are from Walmart. They are Pen & Gear brand. I will link these down below, and you guys can see if your Walmart has them, or if you are able to get them shipped to you, or do like a store pickup or something. So just check out your Walmart and see if they have them. Otherwise, if they do not, and you really want to make these, you can get regular size composition books, then take them to like a FedEx Kinko's and get them cut in half. That's all it really is. You're going to cover up this cover anyway. It does not matter if it says full composition book. Like, you're going to cover this up. So just get a regular size composition book, get them cut in half if you cannot find these half size. They are fantastic though. And they come in a 10-pack. I don't remember how much they were. I have a ton of them because I stocked up. But yeah, we are going to show you guys, or I'm going to show you guys how to make this composition book like gratitude journal that I've been making. Not my original idea. The idea is from Ashley Ulster. I think it's Ashley. I think that's her name. I'm going to have her link down below, and her original video link down below. I just find it a little hard to follow her video, and I know you guys asked me for a tutorial for me to make, so we're going to do that today. I'm also trying to use up this collection. This is Simple Stories collection. I don't know what it's called. Harvest Market. There we go. So I'm gonna use the collection kit. We're probably not gonna be using much of the extras, but maybe we will. So this is what the collection looks like. It is more bright and colorful than my usual collections, but I want to use it up, you guys. I have a lot of this collection. We're gonna use that side, the orange. I have a lot of this collection, and so I just need to use it. I like the acorns. I'm trying to flip it to the sides that I would prefer to use. And I like that jam side. Pumpkins. Ooh, these are gonna come in handy. We're definitely gonna use some tags. I'll put that aside for now. Cut aparts. Ooh, but I like these pumpkins, so yeah, you know what, we probably won't use this cut aparts, we'll use the pumpkins. We are gonna use this sheet. Okay, good. It's not, I mean, it's a pretty sheet on the back, but I could deal without. We've got this. We'll use this side. Love those, but I also, I don't know, maybe. Okay, now what's the cover? Funny enough, my favorite cover would have been this piece right here, but we can't use that because we need those cut aparts. So, you know what, let's see what cut aparts we have, and we're gonna try to go with a cut apart that matches. So maybe the pumpkins, or maybe the It's Fall Y'all. We're gonna use the It's Fall Y'all cut apart. So that's what I'm gonna do first. I'm just picking out my cover page by looking at what I can match with the cut apart I would like to use, and leave those branding strips for now because you might use them. All right, so It's Fall Y'all. That is our cut apart. So for the cover for this notebook, we're gonna need something that measures, well, you know what? Let's measure this because sometimes they might be different, but it's about 4 7/8 inch in height. Just about 4 7/8, and we're gonna cut it by 9 inches. And you could do a different cover for the front and a different paper for the back. So again, I'm gonna cut off the branding strip. Hold on to it because you might use it. All right, then I'm gonna turn this, cut this to 4 7/8. And this is gonna be by 9 inches, and this is gonna be our front cover. And then we still have this piece that we can use as a tag in another notebook. All right, let's see, back cover. Maybe we could do, let's do the wood grain. All right, so I'm gonna cut another piece that measures 4 7/8 by 9. All right, we got our front and back cover. And again, hold on to those smaller pieces. You might use them for something else later, especially if you're making multiple books. Okay, the divider pages, those are gonna be 4 7/8 by 6. So I'm gonna look at, I have my front and back cover. Let's see what I want to put inside. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna cut these also. So the divider pages on the inside front cover and the inside back cover are also the same size. So 4 7/8 by 6. So from cutting that, I'm able to get my 2 inside front and back covers. I think I'm gonna keep those the same. And then my divider pages, I'm gonna use this one for one of them. So let's cut that down to 4 7/8 by 6. And I'm gonna cut this branding strip off because I never know when I'm gonna use it. But but we are going to use them most likely. So depending on how many dividers you're going to do, the last notebooks I made, I did 4 dividers. I think I'm going to go back to the 3 dividers this time. But depending on how many dividers you do is how many pieces you need for the inside that measure 4 7/8 by 6. So if you're doing 3 dividers, you need 3 pieces for the inside and 2 for your inside, front, and back cover. So a total amount of 5 pieces. But if you're doing 4 dividers, then you need 6 pieces. So I'm going to do that as one of the pages. Let's do maybe the acorns. Or you know what? Maybe we could do, if I cut this, do I cut off a lot of it? No, you know what? That actually looks pretty decent. So this might be better for like a cover. No, we're gonna leave that. Why is this not cutting properly? Okay, let's use this piece for another divider. So that's 4 7/8, we'll do by 6. So that's another divider, and then let's do something more, I guess, neutral. And let's go with this piece. All right, so I already have like 3 other dividers I could use for another album just by cutting them to that size. But here's what we're gonna do, all right? So we have our 3 inside divider pages. They're probably gonna go like this, is what I'm thinking. And then we have our outside and like front cover and the back cover. So I'm gonna take my 2-inch tape. I'm just using this, it's easiest to use this. And I'm just gonna put some tape down. You could use glue for this if you'd like. I find this easiest to do with some tape. We are gonna use glue on the inside, but on the outside, tape works. So that was some 2-inch size tape. I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. That was 2-inch tape, and now I'm using, this one is like a little bit less than 1/2 inch. And I'm just gonna use that on the top and the bottom. Okay, go ahead and peel one of those back. This is my front cover. I'm gonna line it up, and obviously do like a dry fit. Make sure it fits before you place anything down. But, all right, so I got my piece there. And then I'm gonna go in and take off the rest of these. Beautiful. There's our cover. Go ahead and give that a good burnish. And then you're gonna fold it in just like that. Easy peasy, right? Okay, on the inside here, you're gonna add in your inside cover piece. So here I'm just gonna do glue, and I'm gonna be using 2 different types of glue. You guys are gonna see why, or 3 different, I guess, because we already did tape, which that's like a glue kind of thing. But I'm using Barely Art glue right now. This is easy for me to get on. Okay, and when you stick this down, you're gonna leave a little bit of that white here. Just because when you go to bend the book, you want it to open well. You don't want things to like be stuck where you can't open the book properly. So you could see I went up to the end, but I didn't go all the way to the end, if that makes sense. Okay, give that a good burnish. Now this is approximately 5 inches tall. I'm gonna put this into my envelope punch board, and we're gonna do about 2.5, maybe a teeny bit shorter. And we're gonna go ahead and punch that. That's just gonna give me that little notch. If you don't have an envelope punch board, feel free to just use like a circle punch. And that looks like this now. And now I'm just gonna go in with my thin glue. I mean, this is the same Barely Art glue. It's just the thin version of it that I have for like the thin tip. And I'm gonna put glue right here on the top and the bottom, just to kind of close up this pocket right there. Okay, if you have any overhang that's bugging you, go ahead and cut that off just a smidge, or line up like your papers a little bit. Okay, so now we're gonna do the back side. So same idea here. I'm gonna put down a piece of tape. This one goes on the top and the bottom. Okay, and this one we decided to use that wood grain pattern. So again, I'm gonna peel this back a little bit. Go line it up from the bottom. And then I'm gonna go in and peel the rest of the tape off. All right, same idea here. Go ahead and start folding that in. Gonna bring back my envelope punch board. We're gonna punch a little notch in there. And we're also gonna put down the inside layer here. Okay, and then go ahead and glue this pocket closed. Then you need to round these corners. These corners are normally rounded in these books. So you're using the 1/2 inch on your crocodile, and you're gonna punch those corners, and those line up with these notebooks. So you're using the 1/2 inch, not the 1/4 inch. Beautiful. All right, so we just basically did like the whole cover of our book. Now the reason I said to keep those little strips is because I like to add in a strip of paper like here, and I think that adds a little something more to this. And then I add in like a piece of ribbon. I just gotta see which one I want to do. And obviously I have, you know, more options. I could just use like a solid paper, which is what I might try to do. I might try to find like a solid that matches this, because I think that would tie in the colors. I have a ton of like solid papers in my stash that I really want to use, you guys. So we're just going to use this. It's not like a perfect match, but it's okay. So I'm going to cut this at 1/2 inch by 4 7/8, which is the height of what we've been cutting everything at. And you can see it's not a perfect match. at all, but we're gonna use that. Alright guys, at this point of the video, my video actually cut out, stopped filming for some reason, so I just want to go over. I glued this strip down right here just with my Barely Art glue, and then I put in a thin little bead of Fabri-Tac glue. This is the Fabri-Tac glue. I'll have it linked down below as well. But I just put the little bead right underneath that red strip, and I decided to put down this ribbon, and that's it. And then I just cut off around it just so it's even with the page. This ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. I'll link it down below as well in case you guys want to get some, but I love this and I always use it on my gratitude journals for some reason. I just love how it looks. So you could see I only put the glue on the top here. This you could still move around and whatnot, but I just think it looks pretty and it adds a little something something. So that's what I did. It's just a little thin strip of Fabri-Tac glue, and then I put down this ribbon. Okay, I decided I would cut that, mat it onto some gold. This is going to be the cover right here. And so I'm just gonna put that down, and I didn't decorate obviously the cover yet, but you know what? I have a ton of like chipboard, ephemera, and everything from this collection that I may just try to use some of that to also decorate the cover. Okay, so I'm just putting that down. Okay, so now let's go to the inside, you guys, and let's do our divider pages. So I decided this I want on the first divider page right here. I think that looks good with this. So what you're gonna do is open that first page. You're gonna put down glue, and I'm using Fabri-Tac because this doesn't harden when it dries. So you want something that does not get hard when it dries. And you're putting glue all on this second page here. And we're just making the page kind of sturdier for the weight of the paper for the divider. Once you have these two pages stuck together, you can add your divider piece. I also usually like to add in like a piece of like scrap paper underneath, so we're just going to use that red cardstock because I cut into it anyway and I just have a lot, so why not? So I'm going to use, here's where you could use either the Fabri-Tac again, or you can use like your other wet glue. I have my Fabri-Tac already open right here. I would probably recommend using the Fabri-Tac though, because like I said, you don't want the pages to kind of get crunchy as you're flipping them. And you're just gonna line this up on the right hand side and make sure it's lined up on the top and bottom. And if you wanted to cut this paper 6.5 wide instead of 6 inches, you could do that. I do it 6 inches for two reasons. One, because I can get 2 dividers out of a cut, and 2, because I like how it looks when you put like a little divider piece right here on the side. So actually I think I want another one of these, so I'm going to cut another piece of this scrap paper at 1/2 inch, and that's all you need. Like, you just needed 1/2 inch. So I did one on the cover, same color. I'm going to do one on the inside. And I'm gonna put that right here. And I think that just looks nice. I feel like it finishes it off when you add this little like other decorative kind of piece right there. So I like to do it. And I'm just gonna line it up with that paper. And there we go. So that is our first divider right here. And again, you're gonna go in and make sure to corner punch and chomp the corners with the 1/2 inch side of your crocodile, or corner punch, or whatever you have, but 1/2 inch. All right, so that's the first divider. We are gonna go in and do the tabs afterwards. And since I'm going back to my 3 dividers, I just like to eyeball, you guys, where I'm putting my next dividers, and I separate them. I'm not going to sit here counting the pages. I'm just going to kind of see and eyeball where I want the pages to go. All right, so that looks pretty good. So I'm gonna put in my other divider. I'm just gonna slide it in where I want it to go. And the same thing with my last one where I kind of like separated it a little bit. All right, so we're on to the next one, okay? I'm gonna take my piece of paper here, put it underneath, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna add your Fabri-Tac glue all over. And again, we're just making the pages sturdier. Composition books don't have like the sturdiest pages. They're just like thin, right? So, and especially maybe if it's Walmart brand, maybe they're thinner. But add your Fabri-Tac, then put your other piece from the page before right over it. And make sure it's lined up as best as possible. Make sure the glue kind of spreads out. You can see I have some like seeping off the sides. That's okay. And then you're gonna go ahead and add your pattern paper. Okay, so go ahead and line this up again on the right hand side, top and bottom. Make sure that gets stuck down, and then go ahead and go in with your corner chomper again. And then the last thing that we need here is some kind of divider piece. So I'm gonna go through these like branding strips that we cut off and see what matches here, if anything. I don't think I like any of those, but you know what? We're gonna cut off some more branding strips. And like I said, if you want to just use solid papers like I did for the first couple of pieces, you can use some solids. I usually just like to use the branding strips. And again, cutting that at 4 7/8. And once you use one, the back side might be good. This one is not. So we're done with that piece. But you know what? It's a great way to use some of those branding strips as well. All right, so again, just gonna add this here on the very end against that other paper. And there we have our second divider. And then moving on to our third, where we just put that paper there. Go ahead and put that paper underneath. Sorry guys, not sure my light keeps dying, going in and out, but trying to keep turning it on. All right, and then just flip that other page over, line that up, and make sure to spread out the glue. And then you're just going to put your pattern paper on top. the pattern paper. See, I really just like putting this color on for everything. I might just use that again. And you know what? We get to use our solids then. So I'm just gonna cut another 1/2 inch. And go ahead and get that stuck down right against that other paper. And then, like we did with all the other ones, go in with your 1/2 inch corner chomper and get those chomped off. So now we have our 3 dividers. Actually, that last piece is sticking out a little. Okay, so now we need our actual divider tabs, but this is what it looks like, and it looks good. Now the middle page, if I'm doing 3 dividers, this is the middle page is where I would add a pocket. If I did 4 dividers, then it would be the 2nd divider and the 4th divider. I'm doing 3 dividers today, so the middle one is where we're gonna add a pocket. And you can use these scraps that we cut off before, so you can either save these for tags or use them as scraps and make little pockets, which I think this pocket might look good here. So we're gonna cut him, he's about 3 inches. We'll cut him probably down to like, let's try 2.5. And then, you know what? We can use this scrap for another piece. So 2.5. And then I just like to angle cut that little notch right there. And we got ourselves a little pocket. So I'm gonna glue this down only on the side and the bottom, not the other side. I just did my Barely Art glue for that. And I don't go over that little decorative piece that we added, just on the, like the main patterned paper. We glued that down. Then I would make like a tag, and I might use this, but I'm gonna save this for another pocket for another album, just because this collection does already have tags for me. So I'm gonna just cut out a tag from here. We're probably gonna cut all these into tags. It's not like you could use these pages again because the back side is all tag also. So I'm just gonna cut them out. And what did I have on the cover? Oh, I had It's Fall, y'all. So let's do one that matches, would be like this cozy one. I'm gonna do the one that says cozy. Then I'm gonna go ahead and punch this hole out. So I'm using this multi punch. You have like all the sizes here, and this is a 1/4 inch that I'm punching out right now. And then I'm gonna put an eyelet. So I'm just using some gold eyelets from my stash. I'm gonna put one of these in here. Beautiful, even though it's a little off center. My punch wasn't, but my eyelet settled in that way. Maybe I made the hole too big. And then you're gonna go in with some kind of like a ribbon. So I have this one in my stash. I just go with like through my scrap pile. This is a scrap pile of ribbon, and we are gonna use it. and it's gonna look fantastic. Okay, and then I'm just gonna cut off the tails just a little bit. And we got ourselves a little tag that's peeking up from the top. I also go in and like to decorate these pages a little bit. So let's see, this one, maybe we'll add this little truck with the pumpkins. Yeah, we're gonna add them right here. And I'll put a little like sticker that says, "You pick pumpkins." All right, so we just used some stickers as well. So there's that. And then what you're gonna need is also your divider, like your tab pieces. So let's cut out some tabs, and I'm just gonna like go through, like normally this is where I would go through my scraps, see what I have left, but because this is a brand new collection and I don't have scraps just yet because I'm only making this one notebook with you guys on camera, I just kind of have to like cut into something else. However, I think I might want to use this this piece right here. And so I'm taking my tab punch. This is a EK Success tab punch, and it cuts out the whole thing, and then you just kind of like fold it in half. So we're going to use this as one of the tabs. All right, so there's one. I think a yellow one would be good in here. And like you can use other fall scraps. Actually, before I do that, let me look at my other fall scraps. Before I start cutting into all those papers, I have a whole like scrap thing right here. So I have this paper, this matches. Let's see if I could get a tab out of here. Yep. I love this plaid too. So that works out. And then I do feel like I need something yellowy or orange at least. Okay, I don't know if I have yellow or orange, but I have this little scrap. No, I don't like that. I mean, I actually might like this better than the pink one I just cut out. So we'll hold on to it. Okay guys, I got this orange one. This is a thinner paper orange, so we're gonna try it anyway though. You know what, maybe we should just cut out two. Maybe we can put them together and then fold it in half. All right, I'm gonna try to put these two together, just because this is a thinner paper. Generally, you wouldn't have to do this if you're just using regular scrapbook paper or like, you know, regular thicker paper from a collection, but mine was a little thin. All right, so then you're gonna take your scoreboard and you're gonna just line it up on any of the lines. So this is 7.5, for example. I'm just looking at where the line goes and going all the way through so I can fold it without it cracking. Doesn't really matter where you line it up as long as it's lined up. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and fold all of these. And now I'm gonna see where I want these to go. And I'm kind of thinking maybe something, yeah, that looks nice. Or even this. I might even like that better. So the orange will match here. That one is fine there, even though the other one would probably look better. And that one is good there. All right, so that's the order. All right, so now what I'm gonna do, because I make a lot of these, I made myself a template to see where I want to put down my tabs. So here's for the 4 pieces, here's for the 3 pieces. We're doing the 3 today. The 4 pieces is just something new that I did last time, but today we're doing the 3. And actually, this is sticking out a little too much because I added the tabs. That's okay. This is just my template. We just cut it off, and we're gonna glue that together just to make it a little shorter. I just want to make sure that when I'm aligning these up at the bottom, I can see these tabs peeking out just like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. I just cut that off, made it a little shorter, and there we go. So here we are. This is my first tab, right? So I'm just gonna go back in with my regular Barely Art glue. No, that's not my first tab. That's my second tab. But I already put glue on him, so we're just gonna go to my second tab. Line up that kind of template. And we're gonna use this template as a guide, just so I know where to stick it down. Beautiful. So there is my second tab. Let's go back to my first. This is my first tab here. And I'm gonna like go back in and add more cut aparts into like the pockets in the front and back cover. I'm gonna add in, I'm gonna make some bow paper clips to add in. Some little like button things to add in. So I'm still gonna be adding in other things. This is not completely done yet, but you guys get the idea. This one that I kind of folded looks a little not as rounded as I would have liked, so making it a little bit more rounded. And then the last divider right here, again, line up my little template. Okay, and we're gonna line up with that last one. Okay, you guys, so we got our 3 little dividers. They're all like even, and that looks fantastic. So now it is time to decorate and add in some other elements in here. Because I got like the whole collection kit that it came with, it has like all these like journal elements. So I think we might try to like stick some in here in the pockets. These are cute. Might be a little small. Nope, they're a little too small. But you know what? We can always use this in some junk journals. Oh, this acorn is really cute. But I guess we might just have to make some junk journals with this collection. I thought they were bigger, but maybe it's Echo Park that does ginormous journal pieces, or some other collection. I don't know. Like I said, I don't normally buy the journal pieces. I do like to include some of these blank either journal mats or photo area things. So I will include one here. I'll include one in the back. And then I'll add another little tag over here. Let's put some kind of something through there. Let's use some yellow. And this one I'm not going to do an eyelet through. Like this one is a small little hole blank tag. It's thicker than the patterned paper. It's 110-pound cardstock. So that one we're not going to do an eyelet. I only did an eyelet on the other one just because it was like a plain sheet of paper. Normally I would stick it down onto white, but this already has a writing spot on the back, so we're just going to use that as is. Okay, so we got your two little tags there. I do want another cut apart in here. So let's go through my cut aparts. Oh, maybe we have like journal cards in the cut apart. No, we don't have any journal cards, but we have some plain cards, which is the ones that I'm going to try to use up because obviously they're not going to go on a cover. So I will use that on the insides. For the covers, I like for it to say something, but neither of these say anything. So we're going to use this inside. And somebody can choose to either write on this or add a photo to it. And I think I like the green. Yeah, green better than the blue. So there we go. There's that. And then we just have the cover. And let's see, we have these other elements here. What can we include? So while my glue gun is heating up, I think I decided on this for the front cover. And then I'm gonna find some little gemmies in my cute little pumpkin. Clearly we are decorated for fall over here. And I love it. No, not the green. We need the orange. Maybe something. All right, so I'm just gonna put that aside while my hot glue gun is heating up, you guys, and let's make the paper clip bow. And I also have these little buttons that were gifted to me a long time ago, and I just like to turn these into paper clips as well. So I'm just gonna find one I want to use. The unicorn is kind of cute. I might do the little unicorn, just like a fall themed background. And I just have like a 2-inch circle punch and a scrap of like glitter cardstock. So we're gonna use this. Even though that's way too big, but we are gonna cut it down. I don't have like the right size for this, so we are just gonna cut it down. All right, that looks like a pretty good circle there, you guys. And we also need my hot glue gun for that, so we're gonna put that aside as well. And the last thing we need to do is to make our little bow. So I am gonna use this like glitter ribbon. This is also from Hobby Lobby. I'll link it down below. And I'm gonna cut like about 4.5 inches. Yeah, that looks good. And you guys could see I kind of folded it over one way and then the other way. And then I'm gonna fold it in half towards me. I'm gonna turn it and then fold up these individual pieces like in half again. So it kind of makes like a little zigzag. Then I'm gonna take, this is my little Bodabra tool to help make bows. And I'm taking like some, this is thread, but it's like a thicker thread, gold. And I'm putting this in here. Gonna line it up, make sure that's in the center, which that looks good. And then I'm literally just tying a couple of knots around this. Okay, and then I'm just gonna take the thread and wrap it around and then flatten this out, spread these out. And yes, this is shedding glitter, you guys. It's definitely not ideal, but and then we need hot glue for this also. All right, I'm gonna take my hot glue gun. That's the front, this is the back. So I'm gonna put some glue right here. And obviously when you guys do more of these, it kind of goes faster when you're doing it in batches, rather than like this that I'm doing right now. Because like one day I'll sit down and do like all the paper clips, for example, and then I could use them throughout. Like I'll cut all the tags out and have them ready to go. Or I'll glue everything down at once. All right, so there's my cute little bow. We're gonna stick her down to a paper clip. So just adding some glue there and attaching the paper clip. And this is a nice finger protector. Protects your fingers from the hot glue. All right, so there's that paper clip. Then this next one, you need to fill him up with some glue. Where's the front or the back? Not the back, I just meant the direction. All right, he gets a bigger paper clip because this is a little harder. Making sure he's in the center. And then this little piece goes on top to cover that up and hold that in place. Okay, so we got that. And then the last things we needed here were these jemmies and the decorative other elements. Okay, so there is the cover. Now let's add in those cute little paper clips. So there's this one that's gonna go right here, the little bow. And then the other one is just gonna hang out here on that third divider. And obviously you could clip things underneath there if you'd like. You don't have to, but that's kind of like what it looks like. And they just kind of like peek out from the top, and I think they're so cute. So there is a finished gratitude journal. I hope this helped you guys learn how to make them yourself. Sorry, just getting rid of these glue strings. I hope you guys were able to learn something and see how it's done, and now you guys can make your own. I hope this tutorial was easy to follow along. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next crafty video. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.